Nauset News, teens you can turn to for news, entertainment, and things to do. Check us out on Channel 22 or Nauset TV on YouTube.com. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome to Nauset News. I'm Kai Rakovich.
And I'm Manuel.
And these are your announcements. First up, volunteers are still needed for the Grab a Meal program. Volunteers will be meeting at Nauset Middle School on Tuesday afternoons. Next, the Student Council is still letting you buy your favorite parking spot. For only $10, you can now own and decorate any parking spot of your choice. In other news, the school store is now officially open outside the auditorium. It will be open during all lunches on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and everything will be 50 cents a piece. This summer, there are some job opportunities. The Beachcomber store is now hiring, and so is Ocean Edge. Ocean Edge will be offering positions in outside services, beach attendants, pool attendants, golf attendants, game attendants, bellhops, and if you're over 18 years old, you can also work in food and beverage services. And finally, student meals for breakfast and lunch are still free. Breakfast and lunch are available for all students, remote and hybrid. And now you're lined up with Aiden Ulery.
Thank you, Kai. This week's top story is interviewing the school nurses about COVID vaccines with Oriana Porter. We have sports with Sean Kipperman, health tip about stretching by Corinne Moresti and Jack Fabiano, college notebook also with Corinne Moresti. The special report is spring cleaning by Tamara Gondor, coffee talk with Matt by Matt Moreau, fashion by Gavin Lemieux, fact or fiction with the criminology class, freshman connection with Tom Foley, and things to do with Sam Simpro. Now on to your top story.
Welcome to Nauset News. I'm Renna Porter with your top story, interviewing
Diane Birch, school nurse.
And Karen Farrell, school nurse.
About the COVID vaccines. The first question is, explain the differences between the 3 shots.
Well, there are 3 shots, 3 vaccines. One is Pfizer, and that is given in 2 series, 21 days apart. And the second one is Moderna, and that's also given in 2 series, 28 days apart. And the last one is Johnson & Johnson, and that is just 1 administration.
If there's any side effects to each vaccines?
The biggest side effect is, I would say, arm soreness. That's the biggest complaint. And with some of the second vaccines, with Pfizer and Moderna, some people do feel a little bit of flu-like symptoms, but they only last maybe 24 hours.
Any prep advices?
You can definitely take Tylenol beforehand. You definitely don't want to take any of the vaccines if you have been exposed to COVID-19 beforehand. Get a good night's sleep before. And I would recommend just using your arm as much as you can after you get the vaccine.
And there is any advice to people who are scared to take it?
We recommend taking the vaccine. It's going to prevent and lessen any type of exposure symptoms if you do get exposed to COVID. I don't know if you have anything else to add.
No, I think it's a good thing if everybody could get vaccinated to keep everybody safe and healthy.
I'm Renna Porter, and this is Nauset News. Thanks for watching.
Hello, my name is Corinne Moresti, and this is your college notebook. This week we're going over Quinnipiac University. Located in Hamden, Connecticut, it was formerly known as the Connecticut College of Commerce and founded in 1929. Quinnipiac is a private school that offers 140 programs to its roughly 7,000 undergraduates and 3,000 graduate students. Its 3 campuses are located in North Haven and Hamden, Connecticut, with a 20 student average class size and a 15-to-1 student to faculty ratio. Quinn offers over 146 undergraduate, university-recognized student-run organizations, including academic and honor societies, arts and entertainment and media groups, cultural and identity groups, faith-based groups, and government and programming boards. They also offer a range of recreational and athletic opportunities with recreational and fitness facilities on all 3 campuses, intramural sports, a full suite of group classes including yoga and cardio fitness, and they have club sports and 21 Division I sports teams. Quinnipiac has a 97.4 successful outcomes rating and was ranked #1 in employment by the career site Zippa.com for the 2nd consecutive year. Quinnipiac is a great university and definitely somewhere to look into. And to get more information, you can look at the Quinnipiac Quick Facts page. They have diagrams on classes and class sizes, as well as the type of students that are at Quinnipiac. Thank you, and this has been your Nauset News College Notebook.
Hello, this is Gavin Mew from Nauset News with your fashion tip for this week. And today, the fashion tip is going to be about why you should wear hats. Now, me personally, I don't wear like the traditional hat, but I will say I'm always rocking, especially when I got some long hair. I'm always rocking a beanie, right, like so. And like this beanie I got from my crew team. It's not very doesn't have a lot of stuff on it, just kind of blue, but it keeps me really warm. So that's one reason you should wear hats, because if it's about to be cold outside and you don't want to bundle up, you know what they say, all the heat comes out through your head. So when you put a hat on, it stops that from happening. Number 2, my hair's looking kind of whack right now. No, you don't gotta worry about that. So, I mean, if you don't want to do anything with your hair, just put a hat on and you're good. It's probably like the number 1 reason why you should wear a hat. Gavin Mew, signing off.
Hello, my name is Sam Cipro, and welcome to Your Things to Do. Today's first movie is called Nobody. It's made by the same people who did John Wick. It is a man who works, regular 9-to-5 job, has a wife and kids, but once his home is broken into, he goes back to his past and decides to, clean up the streets, if you know what I'm saying. This movie is rated R, and it did well with Rotten Tomatoes with an 85% in total. I really think if you like the John Wick kind of revenge series, like someone did something to you, now you're going to get back at them, this is definitely a movie for you. It's more of it's a little bit more wholesome than John Wick in the sense that it's about family instead of just straight up revenge. So if you like those kind of movies, this is definitely something you should watch. The next movie I'm talking about is the new Snyder Cut of the Justice League. It's running in at a long time, about 3 hours. Even though critics say it doesn't add much to the story, fans are extremely happy with how it turned out and are thrilled to have it. There's improvements to the characters and story. People are very happy with how the new villain turned out and the more backstory of the villain. Again, this movie is rated R. The original Justice League that came out a while ago was rated PG-13, but because of a more graphic and bloody movie, they had to bump it up to a rated R. It got a 73 from critics, but a 96% in total on Rotten Tomatoes from the audience. Again, if you're someone who would want to watch this movie, you've already seen it. It was such a big thing because of the disappointment of the first Justice League. So I'm sure if I tell you to watch it, you've probably already seen it if you like those kind of movies. Now, something that I've been waiting for since 2017 is coming out, and that is Godzilla vs. Kong. So we are getting a rematch from the 1962 movie, original Godzilla vs. King Kong, and it's been rebooted with the 2 new legendary monsters. Not legendary in the sense, well, they are legendary, but the production company is legendary. So on one side, you have Godzilla, who's already had 2 other movie installments in the franchise, Godzilla and Godzilla King of the Monsters. And then you have Kong, who is from Skull Island, who is from the installment Kong Skull Island. Basically, this movie is about how Godzilla isn't really being the protector he should be, and he's killing innocent people like he was in the other 2 movies. Not killing people, but being the protector. And basically, the humans need Kong to step in and try to fix things. People who have seen this movie and have kept an eye on it know that there's more to the story than that, but that is basically the plot we have been given. Review says that this movie definitely lives up to the hype, and although there have been complaints about the human plot, but that has been a complaint in every one of these movies, the monster fighting has definitely made it worth it. This is a movie that I'm definitely going to see
because it's just a big nostalgia factor for me growing up watching Godzilla movies, and when Peter Jackson's King Kong came out, that was a big thing for me. So definitely something I'm going to be watching, and if you're into big fighting monsters and just stuff like that in general, this is definitely a movie for you. So on to things to do around the Cape. I'm going to be talking about nature and natural stuff you can do. Something that I really enjoy doing is the Cape Cod Museum of Natural History Trails. So basically, they're behind the building, and they lead through the marsh. I forget what the island name is, but it leads to the island, and that will take you down to Crow's Pasture. Well, at least the other side of it. And it's a very nice walk. There's definitely, you go through different environments, a good way to see the different environments, a really good way to relax and just be a part of nature. There's other trails you can run along the inner bay of Cape Cod, stuff like that. If you want and it's low tide, you could probably cross to Crow's Pasture and then explore the marshes on that side. But this is definitely something you should do more since it's becoming nicer and nicer out. Another place I want to talk about is Race Point on the tip of P-Town. This is a place that I've been to only a couple of times, but every time I've gone, it's such a powerful place. It feels like different worlds colliding with just the massive energy of the waves and the wind, and it's just an all-around, if you really, I don't know, some people don't like to feel in control. This is definitely a place you should go. It definitely makes you realize the bigger picture. And then not such a natural place, but a place with very good energy. It's Hyannis's Main Street. There are so many shops there in different places you can go. I personally like to go to the Army-Navy store and just check things out. I definitely feel like if there's definitely food options. I know there's a Jamaican place, there's Chinese food, there's so many different things you can do there. And then, excuse me, and then when you go out, you can definitely go around Hyannis into different places. And it's just really beautiful, especially at night, since the temperatures are getting warmer. So those are my things I would do around the Cape. My name has been Sam Cipro, and these have been your things to do.
Hello, my name's Tamara Gondor. Spring is here, and that means the flowers are too. After a brutal winter, you never know what you're going to find in your gardens, from random debris to dead leaves. Since the weather's finally getting better, it's a perfect time to take out your rake and trash bag and uncover your blooms. Now let's try to get an interview around campus for some tips. So we're here with Scotty on campus to give us some tips about spring cleaning. What do you have to say?
I'd say that the first off, you probably rake out maybe the gardens, the lawns, or whatever real well. Get the leaves up, and if you're going to, it's probably a little too early to get into the regular gardens, but if you happen to get all the weeds up and maybe turn up the soil and get ready to go.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This has been your special report on spring cleanup. I hope your garden is the envy of your neighborhood.
Hello, my name is Corinne Rusty, and this is your Nauset News Health Tip. Let's talk about stretching. Why is it important to stretch before and after a workout? Before you get your body to exercise, stretching is a key component to warming up your body and getting it ready to put in the work. It reduces the chance of injury during your workout and improves your body's overall preparedness to complete the exercises. It also helps signal to the body what muscles are about to be used. Because of this specific reason, it's a good idea to get some light jogging or jumping jacks in before you get to your planned workout. It's probably a good idea to keep your stretching pre-workout mobile. After you work out, stretching allows the body to cool down and also helps the heartbeat return to normalcy. The release of lactic acid during an intense workout is broken with stretching, and this allows muscle recovery and repair, and the blood circulation to the muscles is once again resumed with stretching. According to the Harvard Health page, stretching keeps the muscles flexible, strong, and healthy, and we need that flexibility to maintain a range of motion in the joints. Without it, the muscles shorten and become tight. Then, when you call on the muscles for activity, they are weak and unable to extend all the way. Thank you. This has been Corinne Rusty with your Nauset Health Tip.
Nauset News. Hi, this is Jack Fabiano for Nauset News, the benefits of yoga. I like to stretch and exercise and get outside and get stronger and stretch muscles and energies in the fresh air in the sunny weather and get some yard work outside. Thank you. This is Jack Fabiano.
I'm Matt Mello with Cover Tech. I'm here with Sam
Cipro.
After high school, what's your plans?
So I don't really know what my plans are going to be. I'm hoping to go to college. I really don't know if I'm going to go north or if I'm going to go south. I have family in Florida that I can go and be with during college. But I also kind of want to stay near my family here, so it's kind of a conflict. So I right now it's all up in the air.
Yes. What are you doing for fun?
What I do for fun, I like to play basketball, especially on nice days where the sun is out. I have my own hoop at home, but I love going and playing with my friends. We go to open courts, so we maintain social distance. I like being on the phone with my friends, just playing games online, watching TV, YouTube, stuff like that. But I really enjoy listening to music. I listen to music throughout most of the day. So all good stuff just to kind of keep me occupied.
Nice. You also go with the camera. Will you become a producer?
Thank you, Matt. I don't know. I definitely enjoy being behind the camera and putting things together. I feel like I've done a very good job of that so far. But I've also gained a lot of confidence behind the camera. In front of the camera. So like even right now, just being able to talk and enjoy myself. So maybe I can do both, maybe like a little Quentin Tarantino kind of thing. But just, yeah, because I feel like I've done a very good job developing myself during my 4 years here at Nauset, being more confident in front of the camera. So I could go either way.
Nice. Do you want to go to play basketball in college?
I was really thinking, like, if I do play basketball in college, it won't be any varsity thing. I'm certainly not the greatest at basketball, so it would be more like an intramural league, where it's just more for fun and less competitive. But even then, I can always I want to be at a place where I can shoot around and, like, wake up early and just play basketball on nice days. So either way, I'm going to be playing basketball, but definitely not on the competitive varsity level.
Nice. How about the NBA? Do you want to do that? No.
I wish I could be in the NBA, but like I said, unless I develop my skills like tenfold from now, I will not. Yeah, I will not be in the NBA.
What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie. I love a lot of different movie franchises. There's Transformers, there's Godzilla. Godzilla's really nostalgic because my grandfather got me into it when I was at a young age. Different things. I really love the Rocky and the Creed franchises. I've seen every movie so many times. I really liked 8 Mile was a big thing in my home, just because my mom really liked Eminem when I was younger. So I kind of got into that, and now he's one of my favorite artists. Just different things like that. There's so many different movies, and there's so many for everyone. It's so hard to name just like one that would top it all.
Nice. I'm not my Lola. Covers on with Matt.
Welcome to Fact or Fiction, brought to you by the criminology class at Nauset Regional High School. I'm your host, Sam Catapon. Fact or fiction? The more you punish people, the less likely they'll commit a crime. The answer is fiction. There is no evidence that severe punishments reduce crime rates. Surprising. I thought that the threat of a severe punishment would bring down crime rates. This has been Fact or Fiction, and I'm your host, Sam Catapon.
Fall Season 2 is still in full swing. The football team is now just coming out of quarantine since last Wednesday. Now that we have really gotten into Fall Season 2, the girls volleyball have had their first game. Girls JV volleyball had their first game home against Sandwich on March 11th. The outcome of that game was 3-0. What a great win by Nauset. With the football team back, you can go over to nausetsports.org and find their full schedule. You can look for all the new sports in spring, like baseball, lacrosse, sailing, softball, tennis, track, and outdoor track. They will all be starting at the end of April and the beginning of May. Good luck to all the Fall Season 2 teams, and this is Sean Kipperman signing off.
Hello everyone and welcome to Freshman Connection. And I'm Tom Foley, the Vice President of the freshman class. The President is Zoe McCarthy, the Treasurer is Annabelle Brown, and the Secretary is Peta Dill. Right now in the Student Senate, we are organizing a fundraiser that will sell a face mask. The mask will have a lighthouse on it and will say "Shine Bright, Nauset Light." Ways freshmen can participate is by buying the mask when it is ready to be sold and adding input on the design. If you have any questions, the freshman advisors are Mrs. McCauley and Mrs. Kendall. That's it for this week's Freshman Connection, and thank you for watching.